MIQ Haiku is written in Auckland as in quarantine with KM, Catherine Mansfield. I'm very grateful to my friends, Susan Newborn, Nawi Tutugora, Emma Newborn, Edward Newborn. You can see there's a family here who are gathered for a Christmas event. They obliged me by helping me provide multiple voices to interpret this reading. In quarantine, KM.
I do not know why I have such a fancy for this little cafe. Maybe it's the name, Valentine's, a place to flirt or meet a lover. I've not been inside, viewed though, through rainy windows and mad in love birds. I'm missing coffee, the hissing, steaming machine that makes espresso.
That blackboard's wiped clean. The decor's not promising. Stacked red padded chairs.
Yet I yearn to go, to get out of this lockup in this bland grey room.
A sought after spot. 30,000 plus queuing for a fortnight stay to enter New Zealand. MIQ's the holding pen in these COVID times.
I'm back from OE. You might have questions for me. You don't need to know. I'm reading KM in an Oxford Press volume. Selected stories. I sniff the pages. Catherine's now my companion. She takes me elsewhere. I pick a story. An indiscreet journey. I sip sentences.
Strange time to visit. Why are you going to X?
Strictness is necessary.
One must sign one's name
Still scolding and muttering.
and state one's business.
A knock at the door.
To bathroom. Mask on. Wait. Wait.
Footsteps fade away. Breakfast on a tray. Brown paper bags. Pods. Bottles.
But what can I eat? So I arranged them. My artistic eye applied to still life breakfast. On to the next story. It's Je ne parle pas français. I know what that means.
Which way must I turn? There is something the matter. I must not break down. I knew all along. Forgive me. Love me. Love me.
That was her swan song.
Oh dear. Should I care? Somebody's feeling guilty. Those men are such cads.
Knock, knock on the door. Temperature taking time. Ray gun to forehead.
Phew. Back to KM. Ready for a love story. Mon vieux d'album.
He interests women.
How can one resist?
Hopeless.
Many tried.
Hopeless.
Every day the same.
He wrote sets of swan statements like, "Get up at once."
In his studio, he slaved away at painting and arranged still life.
Then his heart fell out to a strangely thin young girl.
And her daffodils.
Balconies apart. But how could he get to know her? And who did she live with?
She did not see him.
He followed her to 5 shops, crept through her front door.
She took out her key.
"Excuse me, mademoiselle, you dropped this."
And he handed her an egg.
Delicate moment.
Then one knock. A lunchtime drop-off. Omelette and pear tart.
Missing social life? Here's bliss. Brims over with joy.
At the beginning.
A dinner party.
The snobby socialite set. Charming, witty,
Sly.
a moonlit pear tree.
They gaze side by side in awe, their fingers crazy.
Why won't he like her?
But boy, oh, hubby plays games. Helps with coat, kisses throat, makes a joke.
Wooing watched by wife.
What is going to happen now to their lovely pairs?
Knock! COVID testing. Worker in full PPE to swab the nostrils. Day 12 requirement. Negative result a must to get out of here. Just 3 days to go.
I'm getting cabin fever. Time for the voyage.
Grandmother and child.
Poor little motherless mite.
Mike won't depict him.
Parting with father.
How long am I going to stay?
We'll see about that.
He was the last off.
Don't forget to say your prayers. Give Grandpa a kiss.
What a small cabin. I'm boxed in with my grandma and a porthole eye.
Claustrophobia. Want to break out of the box? So, psychology.
His novels.
Her place.
Two birds sang in the kettle.
Isn't this enough?
Eager, serious travellers, absorbed in understanding.
What was to be seen?
The smile under them, two little grinning puppets.
You've hurt me. We've
Failed.
I've got to get out. To run laps around the car park, in a horseshoe shape.
The wind moans and roars.
My new gym shoes get squishy. I leap through puddles, soaked by a wild squall.
3 soldiers are watching.
Exhilaration.
Knock, knock. Dinner tray. Shiitake mushroom soup first.
A dank, spewy brew.
Only 2 days left.
What does the stranger promise at a journey's end?
Mr. Hammond is waiting for Mrs. Hammond.
Couple emphasis.
She's on the liner, slowly edging to the wharf.
Taxi's waiting. The hotel's waiting.
But she needs to say goodbyes. Friends, captain, doctor.
At last, they're alone.
You're really glad to be back. Why the long hold up?
A passenger died. He just breathed his life away. He died in my arms.
He couldn't stand it. Cold crept up his arms.
They would never be alone together again.
From reading KM selectively in lockdown, I've learned from her to
Keep away from creeps.
Expect some disappointment.
Watch the world sharply.
living in between countries,
Class.
Gender.
Language.
she transcends borders. I feel compassion when her frail characters crack.
They know suffering.
It's plague report time. Crossing now to the beehive. News for the nation. In trepidation. Kia ora koutou katoa. What level? 4?
3. Tomorrow I'm free. I'll be off to Valentine's for a takeaway. Hey, time for a run. One last round the circuit. Where are those sneakers? Oh, yuck. They stink of sweat? Wet rubber? Car park puddle? They remind me somehow disgustingly of mushrooms.